The idea of the adventures coming to town, all the children are missing, and the parents, everybody's trying to figure out what happened. And they mentioned that these cultists came into town, kidnapped the kids for a sacrifice. Turns out in the end there's a pretty big twist. That's not the case of what's going on, but as the adventurers poke around in town, they pick up some clues. They find themselves out into an apple orchard with some ambush, some cultists and other things happening, and eventually to this site of where the supposed sacrifice and everything is happening. And as I said, bigger twist at the end, but we don't want to give that away. I am Morgan Grover. I own Bell's Country Coffee, Big Nerd Coffee Company as well, two separate entities, but one and the same hobby or livelihood. Hopefully every month we're going to be featuring what's called like an adventure box, where we include an adventure. Goes for pretty much, it's going to be for most of them an agnostic system, so it can be applied for any sort of person running games. They can fix it to whatever kind of system they want. Other ones might be actual small brochures, which are mini games with themselves, and other odds and ends supplements for tabletop gaming. This is going to be a collaboration with a guy that actually was born in Elmira, moved out here when he was quite young, and then moved out to San Diego. He's lived out there the rest of his life. Or he has created a small adventure. It's system agnostic, so it can be used for anything that you want to use it for. It's designed for OSR systems, or he's a big proponent of what's called the index RPG system, so it's sort of catered to that, but it can be easily manipulated to any kind of system. This whole box is going to be coming with an adventure. It's going to come with custom dice, an embroidery patch, some stickers, and a pound of micro lot coffee. So the micro lot coffee itself is going to be a small farm. It's a Guatemala finca coffee, and the farm that it comes from, they only do 65 boxes a year. What this guy makes off of his lot of coffee is what he makes his livelihood off of every single year. From there, we did a small adventure. It's called Wood Golem. The dice themselves were all custom made. There's actually two solid metal, gunmetal, black and orange dice. And then the other ones are off black or orange depending. And those actually all have a part of the game itself. Depending on what color dice you get in your box, they all play a part in the adventure itself. The wood golem itself, this main tree monster, is sort of the final boss of this adventure. And depending on if you get a orange dice or a black dice, he has completely different actions that he can take, different special moves, and different abilities that the person running the game, the dungeon master or game master, can take advantage of. So basically every time he goes to do something or it's his turn, you would roll one of these dice with his regular dice that he's using. Whatever this number comes up, you would reference on the table, and something special happens in that case. Artwork was done by both myself and Joseph, the guy who's helping me do this, and we actually had another guy pop in and do another little art piece for us. It's going to be in the brochure. Mask here, this is going to be what actually comes as an embroidery patch. I did this one. Joseph did the cover of it, which is this big tree monster type thing. This box, there's only going to be 40 of these made to begin with, since we're getting a small lot of coffee. By the time we roast it and stuff and get everything figured out, there's only going to be 40 of these. They're all going to be pre-order up on the website, and once they're gone, they're gone. We're actually doing the same thing with the adventure as well. Joe set this all up. It is a PDF, but once this is gone, the adventure itself is gone. We're not printing any more of these, and it's actually, he's just deleting the file, and it's gone for good. And that's our plan, to do this with every box that we do. Once we have a limited run, and after that, the artist or the writer, whatever, drops the file. So this is the only way to get these adventures or these modules. So the box itself, it's going to be coming with one of these D20 dice. There's going to be orange and black dice, and then there's two solid gunmetal black dice with orange font. These are going to be used in the actual gameplay. You will need an actual set of RPG dice, depending on what system you use. It's going to be coming with an embroidery patch. It's 4 by almost 2.5 wide of this mask, which plays a part in the role. Stickers, there's going to be a couple stickers from Bell's, from Big Nerd, and from the label itself. The coffee will be in a black bag. Yes, there we go. Cool. So yeah, it's going to be in a black bag that's all labeled up and ready to go for that. And let's see what else is in there. There's going to be those. There's the embroidery patch, there's the bag, there's the dice, there's the adventure, there's the coffee. There's going to be a custom-made dice bag that holds the D20 when it comes in, but it'll also hold a whole set of dice for people that want it. And there's going to be a hard-crafted wooden spoon that's made out of wood, all lacquered and finished for using it in your coffee, or as a spoon for pudding, whatever you want to use it for. Very nice spoons, though. And that all comes together in the box. For the adventure itself, as I said, it's called Wood Golem, and You will need to have some sort of system to play this with, whether it's an OSR, whether it's Dungeons and Dragons, or something else. There is some links on the back that'll be on there. We haven't finished the map to this adventure yet, but there will be links to free systems out there. So if you have this, you can simply go on the internet, download the free system. Usually they're only 4 or 5 pages long. Give that a read, and it'll tell you how to play everything. But this adventure itself can be modified and twisted and turned into any kind of system you want.
Good.
I wanted to be able to bring in my hobby of gaming, and the idea of, really it's the idea of being able to sit down with friends and have a cup of coffee, as well as sit down with friends and have a good time, play games. This is just another niche that I wanted to separate myself with, and basically just bring it all together and offer other people who have my hobbies something cool to work with, as well as new people to the hobby to start right off, have a great cup of coffee, and be able to play a game. You can message Bells on Facebook. You can message Big Nerd Coffee Company on Facebook. And the website is bignerdcoffee.com. As soon as you go on the website, once it's up, the very first thing that pops up is the adventure boxes, along with other products down underneath that, but it's always the top one every month that refreshes. And that would give you a link to the product, everything that's included in the box, how much it costs and what it contains, and all the information that you might need to see if you're interested in the product. And I said every month it changes, so